Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Shadow Empire in the Steam release version series, episode number 11. Okay, well, good news. I had the exciting opportunity to go on to Explorminate, which is their podcast, the Explorminate podcast. I think it's called something else. But anyways, it's the Explorminate podcast. And I had a chance on that podcast. It was specifically to talk with Vic. I was joined with Das Tactic. I mean, it wasn't me. I was invited on by Ben, who is the main person, one of the main two guys at Explorminate with oh my gosh, Rob. Almost forgot his name. Anyway, though, it was a lot of fun. Got to learn a little bit more about the game, which is always helpful. And now we're starting this episode back in the middle of a turn, and not quite to the end of it. I think this will be actually kind of a good way of doing it, because kind of like the first turn taking double the time of the other ones is usually because I'm really getting back into the flow, and hopefully the first turn taking double when it's already half done means that the first turn only takes like 5 or 10 minutes, and then we we move on nicely from there. I think we're gonna do some basic defense here. I think there was nobody left to do bombardments, so yeah, we're just going to stack up some big defenses against that, and I wonder if it's even better just to leave the militia. I mean, I want to protect my velociraptors, although they have a good unit which is actually entrenched and everything. So yeah, I'm actually going to rely on these two units together to defend against the huge pile of saber snakes there. Snakes on a plane, or as someone mentioned, another good reference. Snakes, it had to be snakes. Why did it have to be snakes? Indiana Jones reference, that's a good one. I think we're capable of doing this attack. Look at this, 23 to 1. Get that guy in there, 33 to 1. It's probably worth it. We can just hopefully kill some people off. And that's what I was hoping to see, more or less. Very surprised that my Galactic Republic troops did not get that many kills. 4 of the 7. I was expecting them to just dominate, but even my my normal guards are doing pretty well in the attack. Now, is that due to the snakes being weak on the defense? Not really, no. I mean, mostly it just has to do with them having almost no hit points. So I think I'm gonna leave. This is plains, so I don't really mind if they, repopulate that region. I'll just attack them again. We do have this one militia coming up, so we'll send this guy over to Esdale so that if they do happen to repopulate that, we'll just immediately counterattack them. We have a few units that we want to do some upgrades for. We did finish, as I mentioned last time, both the recycling centers, so the question is, what do we want to build next? And that's a good question. We have a lot of options. Our metal should be skyrocketing at this point. Industrial points is also looking pretty good. We have light industry in Gagoyas, and we have, I think, light industry. There it is, in Hulkin as well. So we are benefiting from the private economy, and those light industries are really important because they also benefit the private economy directly. What do we want to do? We have Boomtown, which could be useful. No, I still think that what I'm going to do is go with the high-tech vault. But you never know. I mean, I'm always like a little reluctant, a little leery to just do that. What we can probably do is chemical high. I'm gonna do it. Just gonna do it. Plus 19. Oh my god. That's pretty high. I don't even remember what the roll is. I'm guessing it's like something. Is it 4 to 40 for unrest? Yeah, anyways, I didn't look at the numbers, but I remembered that that's unrest. Now, 19 unrest, I mean, this is really doable. What we can do is just temporarily populate our HQ with a lot of extra units here. And that will hopefully count as sufficient. Oops, did not actually build them. Just produce 7 more. This doesn't strain our very tenuous. I mean, I don't even know if I want to build, because we're going to probably switch around the machine guns as soon as we have a new one, but okay, for now, let's do this. Just get 2 more, maybe. Yeah. Getting a buggy here would be kind of fun. I think that I've been long considering that. Let's see what the cost is to get a buggy. And of course our first turn is going very slow now. Here's our buggy. Whoops, that's our RPG. Here's our buggy. 130, 120. Would take quite a lot of IP, and again, we do want the industrial points to be able to build our road here. We need 320 just to get out of more alpha, unfortunately. So we're gonna have to do a little bit of saving of IP before we can get to that. Okay, so then what other things do we want to consider building? Forget all those other things. Let's look at government side. Bureaucratic offices would be so welcome. In fact, do we want to just go for it? There's not a lot of work to be had right now in Gagoyes, so I think I do want to do this. I mean, honestly, we do need a lot of quality of life upgrades, but I'm going to focus on bureaucratic offices first. That is all the metal and ITIP that we have right now, but unless we, you know, I think we might want to wait 1 turn just to stagger to see how the construction is going. But we can probably do the same thing over here. Get the bureaucratic offices 2 up here. Because it looks like, yeah, we have about 10 to 1. I think that 5 to 1 is where I find is, look at this, is completely anecdotal. I mean, it's just like an experiential or even like an intuition thing. I feel like 5 to 1 is an okay ratio. I get a little nervous if the population is, if the, you know, the non-working population is less than 5 to 1 above workers. And we're certainly way over that in Gagoyes, so that's why bureaucratic offices make sense there. But like at some point, Darkvale obviously just, I think it very naturally belongs to Gagoyes. Hopefully we get those sealed roads up so I can just start using tons of industrial points all over the place for that. And of course the other thing we have to do is stockpile metal so that we can get our industry going. Okay, now there it is, there's our 20-minute turn. But since I already had half of it done, or a 10-minute turn. Okay, well let me see what's going on here. You don't have an upgrade for machine guns. I think we'll just go ahead and upgrade your machine guns.
Roger that.
Basically, let me just do it this way. Everyone where they are right now is probably okay. Let's get this guy to go forward a little bit, but then anybody who has, for example, troopers left over, can we just get all of these mass upgraded? I don't know who that impacted, but probably some people. And then again, we'll try to do the same thing here.
Roger that.
And 2 were upgraded, none of the 2 here. But that's okay, and it looks like we're holding this nicely, so, I mean, in some ways this is not bad. We can go over here and collect that. Okay, we didn't collect that, but we'll just circle around to expand our borders a little bit. Kind of gives us an idea of who's where. Now, if we leave here, we are not coming back in because we don't have enough AP. Oh, it's 50 to go out. Oh, it's actually only 50, so we actually could do this. We could do a 50 and then another 50. Okay, so let's go 50. Oh, nope. That took 70? Oh, this is low mountains. Durr. Yeah. I was looking at this, which was telling me high mountains, but that's because we were in the high mountains. So you can see it doesn't change based on your cursor. It changes based on what you have selected. That was a kind of a silly moment from Tortuga. But that's okay. We'll have plenty of those. So I'm assuming everything else is done. I don't even have my list up, which I'll probably pull up while our turn is processing, but I'm assuming that we're good to go. So I'll catch you back for the next turn unless I remember something, in which case I'll come back. Well, we have an exciting turn in store for us here. Oh my goodness, so much. Where do I begin? Let's go to the history. Not too much here. Just play forward until the first battle. Stop. Okay, the Twisters have attacked us. 500 losses inflicted upon them, none to us. These are walkers. We still haven't had any vision of them, so I don't know what they are. We also had this attack by the saber snakes, which cost them 1,000 snakes. I'm done with the jokes, by the way. I've been called out. I apologize. Yeah, I think that's it. Just some movement. Let's go to the videogram. Water soil recomposition. This, by the way, during that pause, I had to walk away, so this is a separate time altogether. Anyway, 65 rare metals have been secured in Cataphract. Now, I think this is because we unlocked some stuff to the southwest. Treba, Sangagoyas. Moment, that one's to the northeast. Oh, yeah. I saw this. Let's go look. And really good cards. This one, I don't know. Is it good? If you can get it to work, it is, but I don't know if I ever have. Estate gift, I haven't really ever used this. To give a national estate as a gift to the leader. I'm not really sure what that means. I'm going to have to read that card. But investor backing, very good. A boost to private economy. Commercial project, we already know. It's excellent. It's quality of life entertainment, I think. But on top of that, it's just a flat +1 population happiness bonus, which is fantastic. Now, in the interest of trying to do this turn a little bit faster, this is our new behemoth, a Cataphract, which is a monitor tank. Look at these values. Look at these values. Oh my gosh. Holy cow, this tank is a beast. It is very susceptible to fire. It is, calling this a glass cannon would be kind of stupid, because it's definitely not a glass cannon. It has, I would say, a disproportionately offensively favored balance, and not offensive as in attack, but just offensive even on the defense. It's going to be very effective, especially against hard targets. Very effective. Yet, at the same time, it's susceptible to damage, to being killed. God forbid, because this thing is amazing. This is actually a nuclear engine that is underpowered. Look at the move mod, -60%. Insane. This thing is enormous, obviously. It's just enormous. 100mm steel plating. Must have a very big beam gun. It's really cool, but at the same time, I don't know. It's awesome to see. We can't wait to put this in action. Goal. I left this up just because it is a reminder. Any roads getting close to it? So yeah, we want to make sure we get a road up here. I guess I can move this unit here. Move him down a little bit because he's a little bit out of supply. I can probably... You are actually in supply last turn, so I can move you back up just to make sure Cataphract is not taken incidentally. And let's actually get a road going. And I was contemplating where this road would go, and I think it's going to go straight up north from here. We could have it eventually peel off, like run to here, one to there. It could peel off to the right. 1, 2, 3 could peel off to the left, or this one, 2 more up to the left of the water. Okay, anyways, there's a lot of different places, but all we need to do is get the road close enough. 72, 96 to get supply. 1, 2, 3, 4, 96. Yeah, we'll do it. I want to stay above. I'm going to do 7. Oh, damn it. I'm going to do only 2 this turn. How many turns do we have before? 5 rounds. Okay, we have plenty of time. Let's take it nice and slow because I want 200 industrial points ready to go because I am going to continue building bureaucratic centers. So, 1 second. Let me pull up my list. Okay, there it is. So decisions first. Oh man, we have some decisions too. Oh, okay. So meritocracy up, meritocracy down, mind, obviously. So this middle one is like, it doesn't hurt our relations with Copernicus. We'd prefer to try to increase our relations with Copernicus, but at least this doesn't hurt our relationship with him. And meritocracy goes down, which is a good thing. Mind goes up, which is a good thing. So this is what we want to do. I'm going to leave this decision just for a moment, though. I don't know how the order of things affects everything, but I'm just guessing that negatives and then positives are good for the things you like, and positives and negatives are good for the things you don't like. So basically, try to improve the things that you don't want to improve first, and then take those back away, because I find generally, so the higher the number is, the more it will change in the negative, and the less it'll change in the positive. So if you want to impact, let's just give an example. Commerce is 79. If I had a decision which was +5 and then -5, by doing the +5 first, I might only get +4 out of it. And since the 84 is even higher, I'm definitely going to get the full -5. Alternatively, if I had done the -5 first, down to 74, maybe that was low enough so that I get the full +5 back. So it's just a net gain of 1. It's really min-maxy, but it doesn't cost anything to do that. So we just try to min-max a little bit the order that we're doing our decisions. Whether or not that has any effect, I'm not sure. But it doesn't hurt to do it that way. So even the worst case scenario is it has no effect. It just wastes our time thinking about it, talking about it. Okay, we're going to add a staff council. 37 political points, and I'm going to start getting order of battles. Why am I making this decision? Because we actually have a fair number of councils right now. I feel comfortable doing this because we're about to get bureaucratic offices level 2 in both of our cities. So that's a good thing. Economic council, I think I want to leave this more or less the same. We're only discovering water. We need to discover metal in order to really make progress. So I think everything is going to stay more or less as it is. So no changes.
Yes, sir.
Copernicus wants us, so we're back to that one. National budget. This is another thing where we kind of want to make people mad first. Okay, so staff council is already on the list now. It has just been added since I added the new staff council, so it's nice we actually get an opportunity to change staff council budget immediately. I think that the Supreme Command Council can lose 1%, and we'll lock it there. Interior Council, I think we'll stay at 14%. Staff Council, I think we'll just be at 14%. Model Council, I actually do want to bump up to 15%. I'd rather unlock, we need the models to be able to do the staff things. So, we need to unlock those things first. So actually, let me drop this down even to 13. Actually, what I should really do is drop it down a bunch right now. This is brilliant, because there's nobody in the staff council that I'm going to piss off. And then we can raise it later and they'll like us. So let me just do something like this, crazy. So Supreme Command Council, small impact. Model Design Council is going to go up. And actually, I don't want the Economic Council to go up anymore. I want that to go into the military research now. This looks about right to me. I like this. I think I'm pretty happy with this. This is something I do want, a little bit less points in Supreme Command Council, because we're only really interested in political points. We seem to be making good headway there. So let me just confirm that. Really not, I think this is awesome that normally you piss off people. We're completely neutral in points because we pissed off somebody who doesn't exist yet. So hopefully it doesn't impact them after they take the job, but I'm pretty sure it doesn't. Okay, so we're looking at this meritocracy decision, and guess what? There's some other ones that we have to consider. So we have the scientific exchange going on. This is with Primaria. Let's actually take a look at what kind of impact this possibly has, because I was looking at the letterbox here. Actually, it took some time, like a lot of time since in that break in the middle of the video at the end of the last turn. So prepping for this turn, I really dove in. I think that interview with Vic has really impacted me, really revitalized my interest in trying to learn the game. Economic Council discovery new tech, but foreign affairs news. Look at this. Scientific joint effort with Tereso for all these. Increase of radiation filters by +4, RPG by +10, and joint effort with Tereso has resulted in discovery of advanced engineering. I don't know what that means, that last one. Advanced engineering is a category, but I don't know what discovery of it is. I also don't know if they mean, because we actually discovered water soil recomposition. Now that is not in advanced, that's in chemistry. So it's possible that there's something that's not working as designed here. Maybe they mean water soil recomposition they should have said like we discovered chemistry and it's just a tech within chemistry. Or maybe advanced engineering is supposed to have been discovered now. I don't know. There's something here I don't know. We'll leave it at that. I don't know what this means, but it means something. Anyway, but you can see that these, the scientific joint effort is definitely having an impact. So we're going to say yes here. Really, the only thing you have to do is take a look at what Nash is saying, and we always just do the opposite. Now, this poor guy.
Order acknowledged.
This poor guy. Here we go. It's just hilarious to me that good old Nash. This is so funny. Good old Nash. The song of Apollo Nash. This poor guy, he says, I usually follow you, but this? Now, him usually following us has gotta be the biggest joke I've ever seen. Anyway. So this poor guy, no matter what we choose, we're gonna annoy him. And okay, so Terresso's offering to help us. This is based on our request for friendship. It's gonna lower our relations with them with 10. Unfortunately, I wish I had done this like 2 turns ago, so we've been able to do it first and then get our points back. But anyways, mind democracy, it's obviously what we want. It's exactly what we want. So we're going to choose the top one. We actually want the political points the most anyway. I mean, 600 credits to me is more valuable than 7 political points. How would you determine that? Well, there's a 1 fate point card which is worth 50 political points, and there's another 1 fate point card worth 1,000 credits. 70 divided by 50 is a much lower number than 600 divided by 1,000. So this gives you 14% of that 1 fate point, and this gives you 60% of that fate point. It's like 5 times better. So that's why I think credits is better, but at the same time, credits is also less meaningful to us because bureaucratic points means more at this point. So putting fate points aside, this might be a better choice. Anyway, I'm going to talk this to death, aren't I? So we're going to go with this one because it's a no-brainer, and I just broke my own rule, which was to do the negative things first. But anyways, that's fine. Because here we are. We're left with, obviously something bad has to happen here. And I wish I had done heart or fist first. Yeah, so this is Salzburg domain offers a small present. It's a statue, so it's not anything of consequence, which is unfortunate. So it makes me want to turn it down because that will hurt relations with Salzburg. We are kind of prepping for war with them. I mean, at least in the back of our heads, it's an item on the agenda. Getting us fist at this point is not really what I want. I want to at least make sure that we don't lose the profile that we already have. Actually, it's universal truth. It's not that bad. Okay, and we have to drop below 50 to lose the other one, so that's going to be very difficult to do. We'll have to lose 16 points. Wait, 26 points? That's a lot of points we'll have to lose. So we're probably in good shape just to take the hit on fist, and that also, I think it'll help us declare war on them. Meritocracy is subtracted, which is taken away from democracy right now. So if we want to keep pushing democracy, which, is kind of the way we're going. Also, Nash is against this, which probably means we should do it. So it's just weird. I wonder why the people who are usually so anti-collaborating are now so for Salzburg. Is it Salzburg specific? They're a theocratic... Oh, the theocratic regimes... Dude, I thought they'd declare war on you very quickly. Oh dear. No, sorry, I lost my train of thought there for a second, but let's just finish this. Okay. Negative and then positive, right? I don't know if we need to do this. Meritocracy will be limiting democracy, but that fist is going to really hurt our mind. Okay, but mind is not, I guess mind is not of the utmost importance right now. So we'll do this. Oh, Rihanna Taylor, minus 10 points. Yikes. Okay. Where's Rihanna Taylor? Oh, there she is. Dang it, I'm so sorry. I think she dislikes Fist, and that makes sense. Okay, so let's do this, which should technically make her happy. Anyway, still 81, so it's not too bad.
Yes, sir.
When Apollo Nash. The song of Apollo Nash is just one of betrayal, bitterness and betrayal. Man, he's such a loyal, he's actually extremely loyal. He just keeps coming back. It's hilarious. Okay, so this is the most beautiful tank ever. Ah, it's so beautiful. I really can't wait to use that thing in combat. If it dies right away, I will end the series. That is my solemn promise to you. Ugh. Okay, so Tell House is one of the places where we got rare minerals from, and then obviously Driba is where we got this tank from. So it just shows you the huge advantage you get from liberating these areas. Which means even though we're kind of out of supply over here, I'm going to make every effort to push through. And I think... Okay, 320 is what we're looking for. Okay, so bureaucratic stuff. Okay, so let's do it in order. Decisions, now trade. And we don't miss anything if we just do things in order. Follow our little flow chart. Food is pretty cheap. We're only gaining 84. I'm not going to bother with it. Wow, rare metals. We just gained 65 of these, and they're now on sale, or now being sold for 8.3 each. We can get 1900 credits by selling everything. Power is still going up by 27. Yeah, I don't think we really need the money, but at the same time, we have give 2000 to the population type cards, which may be useful when we conquer a new city. So I don't see the harm in doing this. Actually got 2,000 out of it, which is fantastic. We can even buy some high-tech parts, so we're at... If we got 5 more, we'll be at 20. I mean, let's just buy 3 more to put ourselves at 18, which means we can do 3 buildings, which require 6 each. And hopefully that gives us enough hopefully that allows us to start building our own high-tech parts. So buy that. Okay. That cost 877. That's, it's still pricey, right? 4,300. So we're still above that magical mark of 4,000, which is donate 2,000 to the population cards. I think we're good here. I know we could buy metal. Yeah, actually, I think it is worth buying, huh? Once you're in the position where you aren't getting it yourself. Yeah, it only went up by 13. This will cost 1,200, so this will basically put us right back down to 3,000. Gonna do it though. Just making some command decisions. Okay, trade is done. Assets and construction. So things are going well for this bureaucratic office. Full production last turn. We had no production over here. I just switched to the city itself. No production in the zone at all. Recycling centers are up and running. It's at 2. Another one. So we have 2 recycling 2s and 1 recycling 1 in this region. And then Gigoyas itself also has 1 recycling 1. And that could definitely be upgraded as well, which we have the metal to do. I think we'll end up... Is it metal intensive or is it... No, actually I think it's... Yeah, it's... production points, industrial points intensive, so we don't want to do it right now. Let's wait. Yeah, so we'll do the bureaucratic things because we got a new council, and hey, bureaucratic points is like the lifeblood of a bureaucracy, surprisingly enough. Okay, so construction, Renhalken, bureaucratic office.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, here we go. We'll get quality of life buildings after this as soon as we stabilize. Essentially, population happiness went down from 4 to unrest. Remember, we did play the unrest card, so we're at 11 fate points. I'm still not sure about whether I'm gonna do the tech research one. Probably, but I just don't know yet. Okay, so now I think we have strategic cards. Check city happiness. We've done that. Check here. Yeah, this is great. Things are going really well. Strategic cards. Yeah, I don't think there's anything. No zones. Maybe zones? Oh yeah, investor backing, of course. So where do we want to use this? That's a good question. I want to use it. I probably want to use it in Halkin? Let's just take a look at the assets. So this has commercial 3, hospice, zoo 2, light industry, sewers, brothels, schools. I mean, it's actually quite good. 22, 100, 20. Wow, you know, Gigoyas is not far behind. Assets, farm 3, transport, light industry, brothels. We could also buy the transport hub. Scout, commercial area 1, arena, zoo 3, museum. Kind of one of those guys who likes to prioritize one city at a time. I'd like to get light industry up here. Yeah, I think I'm going to do it in Halkin. Okay, so target Halkin, execute.
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. 1,700 credits. Commercial project, we're going to hold on to this because it's going to be good. Both of our places are more or less happy. We can save that for the next city. Just dump a whole lot of political point cards onto it immediately once we conquer it. Hopefully we can do the same thing as we did with Gogoyas. Just go all in on trying to make it never like hit the 0 happiness point. Okay, that is strategic cards, build roads. That's what's going on up here, but you know, I think we already did that. Raise formations. The first SHQ here is doing a pretty good job suppressing. I mean, it's only doing 1 point, I guess. 1 point due to the 2,300 troops, so it's not really going to matter. Which means that we're on to military stuff. Okay, so let's do this. We'll do our usual blue for supply. We might actually build a road over here.
Roger that.
Okay, well, they are not in good supply, or not in good spirits. Only 2. So we do want to... Interesting. The road, was it connected before? I guess the road was connected. I wonder why we're having such a hard time getting supply out. We just need the paved roads, and it's so close. It's like at 80-something%. 78. We need that desperately. We really do. We gotta build so many speed. I mean, we need the industrial points to stack up too. Note to self: don't build the recycling center. We need the industrial points for a while. Okay, we can do this attack. I'm sure of it. I want to surround them just so we don't have to keep fighting them back. Although, okay, I guess we can do it. We can go here, here. I want to have just one person to attack. Okay, here we go. 47. There we go. Should do it. Oh no! We lost some troopers. Oh, we lost a commando too. Damn. The machine gunners I don't really care about. We'll replace them with machine gun 2s anyway. But losing the commando is a little unfortunate. 10% chance per round to lose his life in his high-risk endeavors. Well, I guess that's what happened. They detonate 1d 250 points of extra attack value for the troops it is embedded with. Okay, well, it's kind of a going to die unit anyway. That makes me feel a little bit better. Don't really need to move people forward. In fact, I'll move the tank back just to protect it. We have a restored library over here. Plus 25 bureaucratic points. Heck yeah, we'll take it. Plus it's attached to a city. And cities have the possibility to give us those little loot boxes, so I only see good things. Now that is Oh, 35 minutes. How did this turn get so out of hand? 25 minutes for a single turn, but it's been a pretty busy one. I feel like the flow of this turn has been consistent. We've been doing something the entire time. Okay, we still have more to do on the east over here. We want to do our bombardment first. Still move this guy in here. I'd rather do bombardment on the same unit, but we don't have that option this time. Oh, not super successful, huh? Okay, they were at the very end. Things went a little bit better. Same thing here, and this should be, I mean, actually, we could just attack in and win, but I'm going to stick with our regular schedule, which is bombard, bombard, bombard. Lots of hits. We're hoping for, well, we were hoping for a kill. Did not end up happening. 9-1. 7-1. We do want to push in. Man, this is really tough. Because we do want to push in. Because we want to take the goodie boxes. It's tough. Tough. Do we do the attack? Is that, how can we possibly... Oh, it's because our guy is the... No, he's not going in. We're not going to lose GR troops to that. Now this... 9-1 with militia. Recon is 49. Way too low. We can do another bombardment and an attack with 2 people next turn, so we'll sit and wait. They're probably going to lose a little bit of supply still because they've yellow, but... Yeah, I think we've made up our minds on all the stuff we want to do. I don't, where do we want to move this tank? No fuel costs, so we just move them wherever we want. Well, honestly, probably want to move them all the way down here to help him help out with the ongoing work against the militia. We still don't know what these guys are, what they look like, or anything. You're ready to go, so let's put you here. You are ready to go, so let's put you here. And you have a mascot, that's pretty cool. You are actually lacking machine guns. And you are lacking 1 machine gun. Okay, so let's pull this guy. Well, we can't actually pull him back because then this asset can be taken. And you need, yeah, you need a lot of reinforcement actually, so. Let's move you here. Let's see if you can get reinforced now. Do it to anybody.
Roger that.
Nope, none range. Well, hopefully, I think next turn we'll be able to do that. I think we're gonna leave this guy here this turn. Keep him entrenched. Okay, so that is probably all the movement that we're going to do this turn. You know what? We don't need this unit here anymore. We can actually have him move north, so he can be a little bit closer, provide some normal headquarter duties to his troops. And we're already at 38 minutes, so that's actually going to call this. This was a really fun turn, though. Unfortunately, it took a long time, but also it'll give you time to meditate on whether or not I missed something. You can leave a comment about it. I am reading all those comments, and thank you for all of them. So that's going to conclude the video, though. Until the next one, thanks for watching, stay safe, happy holidays, and take care.